Do you know what we're making?
Do I know what you're making? A pumpkin witch.
Okay, we're headed out. We're on a mission. Why is he running today? It's Columbus Day.
Well, we don't believe in Nina, Pina, and Santa Maria.
Here's the birthday boy. Say hi, birthday boy.
Hey, how old am I? 57.
You liar.
I remember 57. The one I remember most is 30. So I was glad to be alive that year, but I'm glad to be alive this year. Where are we going?
Walmart.
Walmart.
All right, so we're on a mission, and it's a bouncy truck. He says it's a bouncy road. Excuse me. But we're going to get some things for next week's vlog. Do you know what we're making?
Do I know what you're making? A pumpkin witch.
Wrong. The perfect day to come to Walmart when it's pouring rain. All right, so here we're at Walmart. I've got to find things on my list, and first are we're going to have these little rubber bands.
Do I need some?
Do you need some? We don't have enough hair for these. I wonder if I should get these too.
When I say that you're off, you
Walmart didn't have fur, so where are we?
Hobbity lobbity.
In the rain, getting fur. This will be the third store I've been to gather stuff to make for y'all. Not complaining. It's just that's what happens sometimes is you have to get those materials from several different places to be able to even make anything. So let's see what can I find to finish this project up for y'all. And I'm excited to film it. It's going to be so fun. And I'm going to the dollar store. This is not my norm. I don't usually go to the dollar store because I don't know, I just never can find anything that I want there. But I have it in my mind that there's probably going to be some stuff there that I need, and I don't know, let's see if it even happens. Most of the time when I go in the dollar store, I just get frustrated and walk right out. They'll have one cashier with their lane open, and there's stuff all over the floor. It's just, obviously I'm not looking to get sponsored by Dollar Tree. Some people love it. I just, can't do it. Okay, we're here, and the most important thing to do is to sanitize your buggy. It's flu season. Okay, they still have a lot of Halloween, which I don't need. Ooh, these may actually work. These eyeballs. Alright, these are super cute, so I gotta get these. Look, $1? Okay. Well, that wasn't a total waste. I was able to get a few things, and I was impressed that they actually had checkout people ready on standby. They had 2 or 3 lanes going. The floor had been replaced, which was great because they had dirty old carpet in there before, so they had some tile that they put down. So yay, Dollar Tree, come on, step up your game, get in the biz, make it nice for your shoppers. Okay, now I gotta stop at storage, which is on the way home, and pick up an order that came in this morning. I have way too many storage units. Y'all need to buy some stuff so I can get rid of one of these, or all of them. Here we go. Let's go grab this order. Here we are at storage, and I have way too many of these units. I could probably have the whole building, and I just have too much stuff. We're looking for a nativity scene. 3016427. Maybe it's this one. 3126. Better check the order. Okay, yay, I found it. 3016483 nativity. Let's go ship it. Hi friends, it's Terry. We're in the shop tonight, and as I promised, the craft blog is actually going to do a craft tonight. So we are excited to show you, or I'm excited to show you, well, me and him, right? A cute little project that you can make for Christmas, holidays. This is an activity you could get the kids involved with, and I think it's going to be fun. So let's get started. You ready? I'm ready. All right, we're gonna put that little guy right there. Of course, make sure you subscribe to Millendale Designs. That's the first thing that you wanna do. These are precious, and I picked up these socks. They're very easy to find. Walmart, wherever you wanna pick them up, JCPenney. And I'm gonna show you how to transform this into this. Except we don't have the stripe. I just got a solid color, okay? So we're gonna use this for the body, and we're gonna use this for the hat. All right, you with me? Now, first of all, a lot of people make these with rice. I have switched it up somewhat. I did make one with rice, and to be honest, I didn't like the outcome. It was too heavy, for one thing. Let me show it to you. Here's the one with rice. The other problem that I have is this nose has rice coming out of it, kind of like blackheads or whiteheads. It's a little bit gross if you want to ask me, but this is full of rice and it's extremely heavy. The point with the rice is to make it heavy enough that it will sit up. So I have come up with a way that we can avoid using rice. The first thing we're going to need to do is have a base. And what I decided to do was use just a piece of cardboard. This is a cake round, an 8-inch cake round. And I've already cut out one circle, you can see there. And for my pattern, I just used the top of a ribbon spool. And so I drew a pattern just like that. In fact, let's just do it so you can see the process. And we can just draw that on there. It's just turned out to be the perfect size. Draw a little circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be inside the sock, so it's not going to show. All right, from here, you can take a box cutter or an X-Acto knife or just your scissors. And let's cut this out. Scissors work just as well. Round. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle, but just as close as you can to a circle. Okay, so we have our circle. You can get 2 out of that 8-inch round. Now, I'm going to put the white side down, and then on the top of this, I'm going to glue some beads. These are glass beads. I got them from the dollar store. They come like this, and they call them glass gems. So I got this whole bag for $1. And the nice thing about these is they're heavy. So I'm just going to put a little piece of glue or blob of glue there, and we're going to put these glass beads, these gems, on this cardboard, and this will be what will weight down and keep our gnome sitting straight up instead of having a tendency to roll over. So we can stack these if you want. Put a few on here like so and let that cool. Okay, so while that's cooling, let's prepare our sock. Okay, I think I said I was going to do this as the hat and this as the body. So let's prepare the body, and you've got 2 bodies. Wow. So we can use that for another project, of course. All right, now what I want to do is cut this right above the heel, like so. Okay, now make sure this is nice and cooled off. From here, we're going to take this and just put the sock with the toe down. Here's the toe. So I'm going to stretch it over that cardboard and then bring it up. So we have a nice body. Here's our body. Okay, now on the rice version, this is where you would put in the rice. Actually, they use 2 socks. They use a white sock inside of the pattern sock or the decorative sock. And we're just going to skip using a white sock altogether. We don't really need it. We're going to use just polyfill, let me show you this way, polyfill premium fiber fill. You can get this anywhere. Walmart has it. And we're just going to start stuffing our gnome body with polyfill. Here it goes. Getting them nice and fat for the holidays. Isn't that what we all do? Get nice and fat for the holidays. I think so. Now, the bigger the sock you have, of course, the bigger your gnome's going to be. I have made some that turned out to be a little shorter, and it was just because the sock was smaller. So you just decide what size you want and go from there. Okay, in another version I've seen, they grab some of the material right here and then wrap a rubber band around to make the nose. We're going to do it a little bit different. Let me show you what's going to happen. We are actually going to take, this is from the Halloween section at the dollar store. They're eyeballs, and they're perfectly round like little ping pong balls, like miniature ping pong balls. We're going to take these and use this as our nose. And to do that, you're going to need to get some little rubber bands. These come in the hair section at Walmart or any beauty supply thing like that. And we're going to actually use that for our nose, and I'm going to find a spot, push this down in there, and I'm going to put it on the white part of this sock. And then I'm going to take my rubber band and put it around this nose like so. I'm just going to pull that up a little bit so it's more white than red. Now from this point, I want to put a little bit of pink on his nose to make it look a little bit frostbitten. So I'm just going to use some real inexpensive, I got this at the dollar store, blush. And you just simply are going to take this and blush the nose. Now if you didn't use a white on that section of the nose, then you wouldn't have to do this step. I had another one I did that had just a gray nose. Okay, so make sure you've got the amount of fiber fill that you want. To reinforce the rubber band, we're going to take some of this embroidery thread, or you can use string, and I'm going to go around the nose and just kind of knot it. All right, that just reinforces your rubber band in case something were to happen and it were to pop off. And we hope that won't happen, but if it does, then we're safe. All right, make sure you've got enough fill in there. Put another little bit. All right, from here, we're gonna take this and gather it up, and we're gonna put another rubber band on here. So gather up the top, and then take your rubber band around the top to tie that sock together. Okay, so here's what we have. Let's go ahead and take some string and reinforce that rubber band right here. I'm just going to tie it around and give it a knot. Isn't this fun? I love making these. They have been so fun, and the cuter the socks, the better. Okay, so here we have our body. We have our nose. We've got it all ready. It's not going to fall over because it's got that nice flat bottom, and it's heavy enough that it stands up on its own. All right, now we need to put on the beard. So for the beard, I just got these cute faux fur pieces. You can get these from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to cut a little bit of a furry beard. You can just freehand this. And he's kind of turned out to be a short one. I'm not really sure how I got such a big tall one, except this sock was really a big one when I started. But this one will be cute. We're going to go ahead and figure out how long we need this beard, and it's not going to be too long because he's a shorty. So I'm going to mark it right about here. And then you want his beard to kind of come down at in like a triangle. So I'm just going to freehand it really. And trust me, I am not an artist. You can just freehand this and it's going to be fine. Here's the trick to this. You don't want to cut through all the way to the fur. This has got a backing on it, so you want to cut through the backing. And I'm just using my box cutter. You can use an X-Acto knife. Draw on the line until you feel it's cut through that backing, all right? And the reason is you don't want to cut the fur because you want it to be feathered looking when you get it all ready to put on. So from this point, you can take your scissors and easily get up under that backing and trim it off and leave the fur. So we don't want a stark line of where the fur is. So you see we've got the fur extending beyond where we've cut. So let's get this other side. Let's get your scissors up under there and cut it close to the backing. Let me start up here. This is hard to get to. Probably need my little embroidery scissors that are smaller, but this will be fine. It'll work. Just cut as close to that backing as possible. Okay, so you see what we end up with is the fur's kind of sticking beyond that backing, and that's what we want. Okay, from here we're going to take our beard and just push it up under the nose, and then we're going to glue that, okay? So let me zoom in just a little bit for you, and then we're going to come under the nose. And I like to use a knitting needle to help me push this under and to keep my fingers from getting fried. It really does help to be able to use that. Now, I'm seeing a little bit of the eyeball. I should have turned the eyeball backwards, but I'm not that concerned about it. I'm just going to take some of my red blush and just kind of give that a little bit more. in that area. But be aware when you're putting your eyeballs in there that you turn the eyeball to the back if it's gonna show. Okay, so here we have our little Gnome beard. You can tack it down with another little thing of glue right there. And there he is. Let's put a little bit right here. Okay, we're almost finished. This was a quick project. So the next part is the hat. And we're gonna use this black and red, and I'm gonna cut it right about halfway, right here. Halfway through the heel, okay? So I just cut into that heel area. All right, so from here, we're gonna go ahead and stuff this just a little bit with some polyfill, just to kind of make it stand up some. You don't need a lot on the top. And then we're going to put that right over the top of, so that's why you've got to put the beard on first. It really does work best if you put the beard on before you put the hat. We've got this covered down, bring it down over the beard. And then from here, we're going to just glue that to your sock. And I do like to use my needle, my knitting needle, to tap that down because this glue does get hot. I hope this is a project that you think you can do. What fun it would be for your kids to get together and make these for Christmas, or to maybe give to a teacher. Lots of other things you could embellish with if you wanted. And the thing I do like about this version, instead of doing rice, is that I'm not going to have rice coming out of the nose like I did with my other one. Oh no, look at this guy. How cute did he turn out? Give him a little haircut here. Okay, my last step is I'm going to take his hat at the top, right up here in the toe. This was the toe of the sock that we just used. And we're gonna put a rubber band so that we kind of make a top knot. So just gather that up, take your rubber band, and you make a little pom-pom out of it. So see, you've got just a little pom-pom there. Now what we're gonna do also is put a string around that to just reinforce it. Now he's got a little peppermint nose, as it turned out. You never know how these things are gonna turn out because of the way the socks are made. And I'm seeing that this one's got sort of peppermint stripes on the nose, which I think is adorable. I'll probably get some criticism or remarks about, oh, his nose is not all white. It's got peppermint looking on it. But hey, I think he's cute. You can put little stars on the cap, glitter, whatever you want to do. Make it any way you want. And the nice thing about this cardboard being here, it's going to stand up. Thank you so much for joining me today on our first official craft vlog where we did actually make something. And I think it turned out really cute. I hope you have some good fun making these with your kids, or for yourself, or for teacher gifts, or whatever you decide to do. But join us next week. I have no idea what we're going to do. I'll figure out something really fun. But subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Invite your friends, and let's make it a party and have a very Gnome Christmas. Bye-bye, everybody.